Hey guys, it's Grace coming to you from a different part of your screen, I suppose. This week's video will consist of me revisiting my V0 to V4 journey. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and commenting such lovely things on my V4 to V6 progression. It was a really fun video to make and I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. I think what is more exciting is my V0 to V4 progression. Okay, so March 2018, this was the first recorded, oh there's Alex, first recorded footage of me climbing, and I did a foot swap, which I had a lot of trouble with, and I didn't really read the boulder, but I think I've also kept this habit where I just like struggle a little bit. I like to readjust, which I don't really think is a good habit to keep. Anyways, I ramble a lot, so get excited for that. Okay, so I'm at a different gym now, and oh my gosh, my hair is so long. I kind of want that hair now. This is like my first cave-ish climb, and everything's jugs, but I have no upper body strength. Oh, pulling that jug, I can actually remember how bad it felt, so yeah, it was a struggle, but my first cave-ish climb. And it was so hard. I was dying, like so pumped after that. I can seriously remember it because it was such a strong memory. Okay, so this climb is the first time that I learned what a toe hook was. So this move here. This move was awesome, and man, have they changed my life. But again, after this move, everything else is a struggle because I just don't have that upper body strength at the moment, and this end move is hard for me to push over. You don't see the end of that, but I fall down and I'm like so pumped. This is a slabby climb, which probably was one of the first harder climbs that I've done. So this is in June. And this is when I start to realize that having small hands is very beneficial, and being flexy like I just was is also beneficial. Yeah, using a lot of flexi beta there. Yeah, so that was the first red that I did, which is probably a V2 to V3 in that gym. And so this is my first attempt with slopers. My god. I still really don't like these holds, not gonna lie. This is like me being scared, but okay, I've definitely cut this part out of the clip, but I was on there like switching and trying not to fall off the sloper, and the last move is like stepping on your left foot. Oh my gosh, I did that for like a good 30 seconds, just like trying to change my body position so that I didn't have to just commit and step. Oh, it was hard. Okay, July 2018. I'm really getting into the crimps here. This is also definitely like a hard climb for me. My fingers were not strong enough at the moment as well, so I'm definitely just like, I like crimps, but definitely had a lot of trouble on them still. But that was my crux move just then, which doesn't look like anything, but I remember feeling like really scared about it. So yeah, that is my first truly crimpy, like completely crimpy climb. Oh, okay, this one, super fun. And I think like luckily I know how to do a handstand, so I wasn't afraid of falling on my neck, but definitely like a fun one that I wanted to include here. Oh, okay, this one. This one was my first dyno ever. Before I was just like, no, I can't do dynos. Really fun climb that I did at one of my favorite gyms back in the day. Yeah, really fun. The rest are like half jug, half crimp kind of holds, but yeah. I know it doesn't really look like anything, but doing a dyno was just such a big deal for me, and I was just so scared. I remember like, oh god, it was a dark time. Oh, okay, this one was slopey and it was really fun. Like if you look at the beta, it's like a lot of heel hook, toe hook. So I'm going up again, and then I heel hook there to get that sloper. And then I toe hook to go to the end. Oh, okay, I don't toe hook, but I try to. But then I toe hook to match. And I don't know, I wish that I can do a climb similar to this again because it was super fun. Oh, okay, so I'm getting more into dynos. This is the same month, September. And this was like the first big dyno that I did. And yeah, you can't really tell, like it's a giant jug, but I don't know, when you start dynos, I feel like it always looks way less impressive because your body, you're like so tall and it doesn't look like you're jumping much. But for me, when I was doing it, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to die. So yeah, that was my first like big dyno in September. Oh, okay, so in January, I went to Europe. So this is in Germany, in this bouldering gym called like Boulderwelt. It was in Munich. And of course, I hopped straight onto the slabs. And this is like a traverse feature slab situation. And I think the thing that surprises me the most about this climb is my ability to step on tiny feet. And this guy's just like oblivious that I'm climbing. So anyway, it's all G. Yeah, so that was a fun climb. Pretty fun climb. Okay, this one was when I went to Fontainebleau. God, I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but we went outdoors for one day in France and it was awesome. Very epic day. Walked 30 kilometers. Don't think I've ever done that in my life. Also, this was in January, so it was pretty damn cold. I'm pretty sure this was like a V3 climb. I think this is like the second time that I went outdoors ever, and it was in a different country, and I was just not used to any of the rock features. I was dying like the whole time. You can't see it because my face is not facing the camera, but man, am I struggling. Like, this is what real outdoor climbing looks like from my point of view. Man, this is a struggle. It's like 3 meters in the air. Luckily there's like this giant jug that I'm holding on to because like my feet are slipping everywhere. It's watching this back gives me anxiety, but moving on. I finally get there. But it's like, when you top out on outdoor boulders, it's so scary if you're not used to it, and I'm just like... So I'm glad that I did that, but at the same time, it's kind of terrifying. This is in Italy, in this place called Monkey Island, I believe. This gym was pretty small, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do this climb properly, because I'm stepping on features which I am now realizing has like the little squiggly thing, so I assumed that was like a feature climb. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I did it wrong, but it was good to just climb. And this is one of my favorite gyms that I went to. It's in Austria. It's also a Boulderwelt one, I think just like a franchise. And yeah, like I liked it a lot because it's set very similarly to the gyms in Australia, so I was like used to the types of climbs. Okay, so I'm back in Australia now, and this is the first white that I did, which is like the hardest grade, except I'm pretty sure I just broke the beta because that's probably not intended, but I was like, whatever, I'll take it. My first white. Context for this one, it's in Japan because I decided to go to Japan after, and this is before I started working full time, so it was very good. This is in B Pump in Ogikubo. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is one of their comp wall climbs, and this is the first time I've ever seen such giant features. And I was climbing with someone that I'd met, and she was like a really strong climber, and she was like, yeah, you should try this. And I was able to do it, so I was like, yay! But it was such a struggle because features and terrifying holds and comp climbs, but definitely really proud of myself on this one. Yes, my little dance after. Okay, so I'm back because I only went to Japan for a month, unlike my Europe trip, and this is when I start getting like a bit stronger, I feel. I'm like really pushing myself on slopers, and just like getting really psyched to try out harder climbs. But as you can see, I'm still staying in the realm where it's not super cavey, which is fine because I love slabs. But I think this is like definitely like one of my strongest points of my climbing journey. Honestly, like I look back at this one and I'm like, I'm not sure if I'd ever be able to do that. I probably would, but that was a very strong part of my climbing journey. This is one of my favorite coordination dynos. So you can just see it's like, yeah, it looks awesome. This is one of the times that I really surprised myself that I was like, oh, I can do a coordination dyno, because I think I watch so many people do dynos and they just look so effortless. So I think that really gave me the strength to try them out and to just believe in myself a little bit more. Because I think when you're confident, as I've said this in previous videos, but when you're confident in your coordination dynos, in any dyno, in any like strong move, you'll probably hit it. Oh, okay. And then after, because I have so much time on my hand, this is when I went to the Grampians in Victoria, which is like a outdoor bouldering hub, and it is well known for its good boulders. So I went outdoors last year, and this is like one of the only climbs that was harder-ish grade. And I don't know, when I read back on it, I'm pretty sure I did the wrong climb. I don't even know. But Grampians was super fun. I was only there for like 3 days, but I would love to go back. But also there are bans at the moment. I won't go into it, but look it up if you're interested and you want to go to the Grampians, because yeah, they're definitely places that are restricted to climbers right now, and I think that's really important to be aware of where that is. So yeah, this dyno, oh my god, it's so reachy. Like I just don't even know how I managed to do it. I think I tried it like 50 times and I'm not even kidding. Oh, dyno, reachy dyno. I am like less than 160 centimeters tall, so yeah, it's a bit of a struggle sometimes. It's a struggle, just saying. Back from Grampians and straight on to dynos. But you can see I'm like more confident in climbing. Okay. So this is July. I really, really liked this climb because of its body positioning. So, and it's really beautiful, like in a really weird way. So, yeah. I think the crux of the move crux is the next thing that's coming up. So I have to sort of like let go of my left hand and go right. And, yeah. So that's the crux, because you got some crappy feet and tiny crimps, which I don't mind crimps, but it's like the whole body positioning and keeping yourself on. So yeah, really, really enjoyed this climb. Every time I go to the gym, it's always a struggle. You never know what you're gonna get. And I found this climb really interesting. I did an extremely flexy beta because it just be that way, like play to your strengths. But yeah. End move was great because it was a dyno to like a slightly slopey thing, and I've never done that before, but like dyno to jog, so that was a good boost of confidence. Okay, in September, this is my first purple climb, which I think was a V4 or V5, and yeah, we got really into the purple crimps. So as you can see, like I am progressing, but I'm only progressing on straight walls or slab walls because that's where my strengths lie. And yeah, this one was a really fun climb. The last move's committing, you step and then you catch left. I mean, it doesn't even look that bad, but I remember I tried this climb so many times and man, it was scary. It's not really about holding the holds, but it's like keeping your body in the right place so you don't fall off. So yeah. Ooh, okay, this one of my favorite climbs of all time was this coordination dyno, and I think reachy people just reach, but I loved that first move. We just go back to it. Just, I don't know how I do that, honestly speaking, because I think if I tried it again, I would just whack my shin 1,000 times. So I don't know. I really surprised myself. Oh, and this move is, yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. Actually, the last move is the hardest because I remember you have to do a heel hook and then like lean on Like, and then you have to press so far down that your heel is facing like the right way so you don't just slip off. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, but I'm super proud of that. Okay, so December, this was a slight dyno situation, but I think what I liked most about the climb is the end. So that's fun, like moving body weight and like holding nice pinches. I like these pinches because my hands are like, yay! I don't have to like try so hard. I love this move. It is a drop knee. This is when I start really liking drop knees because drop knees are amazing. They always stabilize me in an amazing way, so love that. Okay, and this is the final climb of this video, and it is a climb that I did in Singapore. I've now forgotten the name of the gym. I think it's called Boulder World or something. Yeah. But similar setting to Australia. I guess I'm just biased towards my own country, but I really like it because there's slopey pinches and then it's a pretty long-ish climb. I don't know what I like about it, but it's great. And then I fractured my elbow in January, so that was a struggle. That was my bouldering progression. It's a lot of peaks and troughs. I think I definitely got injured. I didn't look after myself very well. I definitely had like finger injuries when I climbed too much, and I think that really slowed down my progression. So unfortunately that happened. So now I'm just trying to like approach climbing in a more relaxed way. If I go back to the last few climbs that I did, where I got really good was probably when I went to Japan. When I started like really being confident in my climbing, it would have been May 2018, which would be like a year away from when I started climbing. You know, if you're starting, I'm sure that you've progressed much more quickly than I have, which is amazing. I've taken my time to progress, but you know, it's not always a race and everyone is going on their own path. Definitely go at what pace suits you, but something that I've learnt and reflected on in the past year or so about climbing and about life is that I'm there to have fun. So try not to beat yourself up too much about it. I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoyed my progression because we all had to start from somewhere. So that's where I started, and I have been very lucky and privileged to travel overseas and climb different climbs from all parts of the world. So very lucky, and obviously very, very lucky to have such great climbs in Australia. I don't know what it is like in other parts of the world, but yeah, I really love the setting in Australia and it's super fun.